This is the perfect restorative yoga sequence that you need if you're tired, worked up or stressed out and you need something to calm you. Let's go. You will require a pillow or a cushion for this practice. So pause the video, grab a pillow and let's get comfortable on the mat. Since this is a restorative practice, we begin by lying down on the pillow along the long ways of the mat. Ensure that your back is in contact with the pillow. Place your hands down along your sides, palms facing up. An option to keep your knees bent here or touch the soles of your feet and open the knees wide to rest in Supta Baddha Konasana. Avoid this if you have any groin or knee issues. In that case, you can simply bend your knees and stay there. In this sequence, we will be focusing on holding poses and breathing deeply. So take your time with each asana. Close your eyes and bring your awareness to your breath and allow your natural breathing to slow down. Guide your breath in through your nose, throat, your chest, all the way into your belly, and then slowly out, emptying the belly, chest, and finally through the nose. Continue at your own pace. Gently open your eyes. Place your feet on the mat, wrap your arms around your knees and bring them as close to your chest. Lift your head and neck and roll yourself up to come into an animal pose on the mat. Take your time to set up, ensuring that your spine is in a straight line. Open your knees as wide as comfortable and stretch your hips back, resting them on the ankles, allowing your belly to gently come down. Create space by reaching your hands out, resting your forehead down on the mat and landing in a wide-legged child's pose. Breathe deeply into your belly, bringing awareness into the gentle rise and fall of your back and how deeply relaxing this pose feels. Now, gently lift yourself up and thread your right hand under your left, bringing your right shoulder to the ground, resting the side of your face down. This is an excellent upper body stretch, so stay here for a couple of deep breaths. Now, lift up and switch sides. Remember to come back to your deep belly breath. Great. Untwist yourself and come back to your child's pose, resting here for a moment. You can also further deepen your relaxation by holding your heels and continuing to lengthen your spine, neck and the back of your head and relaxing your forehead on the mat. Shashankasana is an excellent pose to calm the nervous system and deeply relaxes the mind and body. So focus on how you're feeling here. You can also rest the side of your face if you want to, and then transition into a child's pose to an animal's pose on your hands and knees. Great. Let's do a couple of cat and cows to mobilize the spine. Inhale to drop the belly and lift the gaze. And exhale to round the spine and bring your chin to chest. Inhale to lift the gaze and exhale to round the spine. Keep moving here through your cats and cows, connecting to your inhales and exhales. Now, walk your hands a little forward from your tabletop, tuck your toes, and lift the hips to stretch all the way back into downward facing dog. Keep your heels lifted, knees bent, and spine long all the way through the crown of the head. Find any movement here that feels good. Maybe paddle out through the feet, roll out through the ankles, bump your hips from side to side, and lifting your heels off the mat a couple of times to come onto your toes to stretch deeply and completely. Now, shift your gaze to your palms and slowly walk forward towards your hands. And fold forward with your knees generously bent and palms placed firmly on the mat for support. Hold your opposite elbows and gently sway from side to side in a ragdoll. And then come back to your forward fold, relaxing the crown of your head down. Option here to straighten your knees as much as comfortable and hold the backs of the ankles to deepen the posture by bringing the chest as close to your thigh. This is another deeply relaxing pose. Breathe deeply through your belly. Then, place your hands down on the mat and bend and straighten your knees a couple of times to warm up the hamstrings. Very gently, inhale and lift your chest up into halfway lift, straightening from the crown of your head down the spine all the way till your tailbone. Exhale to release the pose all the way down, and on your next inhale, gently stack your spine vertebra by vertebra to come up to standing, bringing your palms together at heart center and quickly taking a moment of gratitude for this practice. Release the palms and place them on your hips and step your right leg to the back of the mat, with the back leg at a 45-degree angle and your front leg facing forward. Use your hands to square your hips forward, maintaining a micro bend in your knees. And now, fold forward into a pyramid pose. Place your hands to the mat for support. You can also use a block if you wish. Lift your chest, straighten your spine, and then deepen the fold by bringing the forehead towards the knee. Release the pose by lifting your chest all the way up, coming up to standing and switch sides. Step your left leg to the back at a 45-degree angle and square the hips. Straighten the spine and then slowly fold forward with your chest lifted. This pose is an excellent way to stretch the hip muscles, hamstrings, and to lengthen the spine. You may also notice that one side seems easier than the other, so breathe deeply into the stiffer side and try to relax here by observing your breath. Great. Now lift up to release the pose and come back to standing with your feet together at the top of the mat and get into a wide leg stance facing the long ways of the mat. Point your toes slightly outwards, place your hands on your waist and straighten the spine, stacking the head and heart over the hips, and inhale to prepare to fold forward. On the exhale, fold forward from the hips, keeping the chest lifted, and ensure that the sides of the feet are pressing firmly into the mat. Place your hands down, lift the chest to straighten the spine, and then fold further to deepen the stretch. If you're up for it, bring the crown of your head as close to the mat, walking your palms in line with your feet, and relax into Prasarita Padottanasana. If you feel balanced, you can also grab your ankles and lift your elbows up to enjoy this deep stretch. To release the pose, walk your palms under your shoulders, lift the chest into a half lift, and use your hands on your hip to lift all the way back up and come back to Tadasana. That was intense, and you did it. Now, come down to the mat in Vajrasana. Placing your hands down to the sides, raise one hand up and then bend over to stretch the side body, opening the obliques, armpits and the lower back. Great. Now switch sides. Raise the other hand up and stretch over to the opposite side. Release the pose. Raise both arms up and open your hands in a cactus, and then transition to cross the left hand under the right to come into Garuda grip. Place your palms wherever you feel most comfortable, palm to palm, holding the wrist or the back of the palms touching gently. Open again and switch sides. This time, right hand under the left. Release the pose and come to a Dandasana on your sit bones with your feet stretched out in front of you, stacking your head over heart and heart over hips. Bend the left leg and place the sole of your feet at the inner thigh and square the hips. Inhale, raise the arms up and exhale to fold forward in Janu Shirshasana. Stay here for a couple of deep breaths. To release the pose, simply come up and switch sides. Janu Shirshasana is an excellent full body stretch that works on your hamstrings, calves, opens the inner thighs, also remedies back pain, which is great. Stay here for a couple of deep breaths. Excellent. Stretch out and release the pose. Come to a seated butterfly or Baddha Konasana on your sit bones to open the hips further. While physically this stretches the entire lower body, helps menstrual symptoms and increases flexibility, hip openers also work on releasing stress, overwhelming emotions and unconscious tension, because that's where we store all our unreleased emotions. So spend time here. Move your body any way it feels comfortable and let go. Let's go a little further. Stretch your legs out and come into Upavishta Konasana, making sure to flex the feet, pushing the heels away from the body to lengthen the whole lower body. You can also hold the tops of the feet and stretch forward to maximize the effects of this pose. Now, let's get our pillows and an extra cushion if you need one for support, and come down to lying down on the mat as we begin to close our practice. Set up the cushion and the pillow as shown and lie down with your palms facing up and knees bent, or open them in Supta Baddha Konasana. Let's bring our awareness to the breath and relax for a bit. If you want to stay here, I invite you to stay for as long as you want to. Or you can also get rid of the cushions and come to lie down directly on the mat in Shavasana. Release your hands and feet and let them relax. Let the weight of your body take over and release on the mat. Close your eyes. Slow everything down and connect to the sound of your breath. Now, slowly bring some movement back in your neck, fingers and toes. Roll over to your right side and come up to seated. Bring your palms to heart center with a gentle smile on your lips, and take a moment to give gratitude for joining me on the mat for today's practice. I hope you enjoyed this video and you found this video useful. If you did, please don't forget to click the thumbs up button and leave a red heart in the comments below with any questions that you may have. Please follow my Instagram right here, and the links to all my other social medias are in the description box below. To show your support and encouragement for me and my channel, please consider giving me thanks by clicking the thanks button down below. As always, I will see you in my next video. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, keep practicing my videos right here. Namaste.